Don't Stop Believing. What a great, great song. And it's one of my favorite too. I remind and combine it to a movie which I saw and where I heard it the first time. And it stands for me for for the chances everybody has. And I really like, Alicia, that you're here today and you've chosen this powerful song. Don't Stop Believing, just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. So, do you want to tell us a little bit why you've chosen this song and why it means so much to you?
Yes, sure. But first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you for having me here. I'm very happy to join the show and see you again a little bit. Well, Don't Stop Believing. I mean, generally music I'm very much into music, yeah. And because it's always the very emotional part of my person, of my life. So I think that I have a lot of songs in my past and during my journey through my life that are reminding me some experiences and reminding me very special moments. And I always love Don't Stop Believing. As you said, it's very energizing and it has a very positive perspective. And um, you've quoted the first lines and maybe a little bit identified with this little girl that came from Poland to Germany, was a 6-year-old girl who didn't know what will happen and how the life will develop, and trust in my parents that they want the best for us, and then started step by step and by little steps to discover the world a little bit, and looking back, grow, and develop. And I've heard this song last year again, and I was so moved. And beginning of this year, it was again, and it was not from Journey, because I love the version from Journey, absolutely, but it was from another singer, Teddy Swins. And I was again so moved, and I had really tears in my eyes. And then I look a little bit inside of me and say, okay, what's going on here? And well, maybe it's the reason is because well, I'm in the 3rd year of my own business.
Yeah.
And
You can
I
be
came
proud
into
of that.
Yes, exactly. But of course, the business is always in changing and
Yeah.
developing. So there are milestones that were achieved, and then that you're looking to the future and how you would like to grow. What plans do you have, right? And also I have a new role as a president for the Marketing Club in Frankfurt, and this is also linked to a lot of changes and the transformation that I would like to drive and to initiate. And I think that's maybe 2 of the reasons why this song was so deeply into me and triggered me in a positive way so much that I was so moved, because I think the most important thing that I've learned, and what I can say the most important thing for all of us, is to really never stop believing, because we have so much things around us, positive and negative things. And it's really important to be self-aware of their own needs and self-aware of me as a person, and to trust. And I think this Don't Stop Believing is really, for the positive and the negative moments, a very good song to really never forget. Don't Stop Believing.
Yes, thank you so much for this introduction, Alicia. Alicia Feltens, I would like to introduce in a few words, and I think, use the whole show to introduce her, because there's so much to say about her. And
Come on, stop it.
and I'm super happy to getting to knowing her. And every time we're talking, I get so much new things that I think, oh my God, this is crazy. It's crazy great. So yes, Alicja Feltens, she's, if we talk about communication, we have to talk about Alicja because she is communication by heart. Strategic communication is that what she talks about, what she feels about, what she's great and strategic. And this is of course therefore good that she is a president of the Marketing Club Frankfurt, because whom you need as a person on the top there, you need somebody who can communicate, but who knows also about what power communication means and what you can do with that. And I mean, we talked about this song, a song which can move emotions, which can drive people to the better or to the worse, right? And Alicja has a long journey behind her. She is communications consultant with over 13 years of experience in strategic communications, corporate communications, reputation management, super important, and C-level consulting. She is specialized in corporate storytelling, external and internal communications, executive positioning, leadership communications, HR and employee communications for national and international companies, especially in healthcare, technology, industrial, and professional service sectors. And she has a passion for communication, as you can imagine, of course, for good stories and for the people behind them. So you will always experience her as a team player, and she communicates transparently and on a level, empathic and people-focused, committed, confident, and reliable. And if I look at Alicja, there's so much else to say, as I said. I mean, I would like to point out a few things out of a lot. But first of all, I would like to ask you before our break one question. You are saying also corporate and also corporate branding or branding at all. Would you say that branding, personal branding, corporate branding has reached a special level in today's world with facing globalization, public crisis, a lot of insecurity?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, well, the personal branding part is rising and increasing since the last year, because as you say, it's sometimes in the advertising and marketing sphere, it's always the people are not buying the company or not interacting with the company, but they're interacting with the people behind. So the importance of faces from the individual companies increased in the past, and it's professionalized as well. Yeah, because it's very, very important to tell the story and connect it into special persons, to the CEO, but also maybe to the chief marketing officer or to the person who's driving the innovation process of a company. And but also to be very aware of your corporate brand as a company, yeah, or a startup. I think it's a very important thing, because people are looking into the values, they are looking into the attitude of companies itself, and it becomes more and more important, especially in the last years. And there is a kind of request, I would say, from the people to have an attitude and to react a little bit to what's happening around in the political and also in the society.
That's right. So, Alicja and I have had an exciting exchange. So stay tuned. After the small commercial break, we will continue our conversation. We've covered some intriguing topics in the last minutes, and now we will continue our conversation with Alicja. So, Alicja, we talked already about this, that, don't stop believing, and the life path is not always straight, sometimes takes some curves. I know that you was born in Poland, and could you tell us a little bit what made you to this cosmopolitan woman you are? Where you came from, in 1990 from Poland, and has to get along with a completely new life here in Germany?
Well, that's a good question. Sometimes I'm wondering this as well. Well, I think maybe to become this kind of cosmopolitan person, as you said, which I like very much, the description. I think in the end, these are always the people that you met during your life, and to see it and to appreciate it, because well, I think my parents were always very open-minded. They were always not just looking to the border of Poland, but always beyond. My father was also working, so he was in the medical area still, and he was working for the ice hockey, Polish national team in ice hockey, and so he was also already in this time not only in Poland but see a little bit the world. So he always bring a little bit of this flair. Attitude maybe, and also some funny stuff from there. And the reason why we came to Germany was really to have, to change the life. So my parents really want to change the perspective, change the opportunities for us kids, and to have a broader view on the world, I would say.
And did they ask you, Alicia? Did you say, "Hey, Alicia,
no.
we would like to offer you a new word. Are you happy with this idea?"
Never. No, they asked me not before, but maybe they thought they read my mind. I don't know. Well, I think every parent has an idea and a vision of the world where the child should grow up, and I think that was the driver for them in the end.
And did you like it? I mean, how was it when they said, "Alicia, we will move"?
To be honest, I don't really remember. It was so, because a lot of the stories, how you make it out of Poland, that to be able to go out, that was something that I've heard from my parents some years later. And I think for the first time it was like, okay, just looking around and see what happening. I was not in the driver's seat. That was the decision to be it now. It was really like, okay, I'm going with them, and the things are just happening, everything. So I was not. Now, when I'm sometimes looking back, okay, you lived the first days in a sports hall, with hundreds of people until the moment. Until the moment that you get your apartment with the whole family. However, we were 6 persons in one room, and then we were moving to the city Schwerte, that was in North Rhine-Westphalia, nearby by Dortmund, and this big cities like Essen and Bochum and so on. And then again, it was a kind of transition, and I think I was more and more, when I came to school, to really to get familiar with all of that, and of course to learn the language, because nobody of us was able to speak German.
Even not your father?
No.
Oh,
nobody.
Wow.
So
Wow.
the first time, weeks, months, also a year, of course, my parents were eager to learn German, and me as well, of course, to get friends, to
get along with the culture, even, no?
Exactly. So it was, I think, looking back, it was, a lot of things happened, but you don't realize it as a child, because you make it how it comes, and you manage and you deal with it. And sometimes it's maybe the magic of being a child, that you're not so much wondering and so much hesitating about what happened, but just try to deal with it, and to be flexible as well, and try to find your way through all of that.
Is it maybe also a kind of a trust in that everything ends in something good as a child? And not so much,
Yes.
it can happen this and this, and this could happen.
I think so. And in the end, it's the trust in your parents, yeah, that you have this, that you have the trust in life and trust in your family, that this is your backbone and this is your safe space. And I think this is the most important thing in this kind of challenging situation, because in the end it was a challenging situation, new country, new people,
Yes.
new language. So yeah, in the end, it's the trust that that your parents are your safe space, and you that are always able to hug you and to save you and protect you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is important to remind afterwards, later on, that we had this trust in our small environment, that we had a place where we felt safe all the time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think this trust allows me to get all the chances that came across my way in the last years, because you're asking how I became this kind of cosmopolitan. Well, it was not planned. It happened, and
it just
of
happened.
course it's not. Yeah, no, I think it's not just happened. It's also about seeing the chances that are coming across your way, and also to take them and to try it out.
Yeah, that's a great sentence you're mentioning, because I know many people which get a lot of chances, a lot of people they meet where you think, wow, why are they still there where they are? Why haven't they made a successful life out of it? And you ask them, and they can't tell you. What do you think is this difference? What makes some people successful like you, or other people not successful? I mean, okay, we have to define success, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have so many chances, and from outside you think, oh my God, he's a close friend of Anthony Robbins. Why doesn't he use this for driving his coach business, for example? Or he's a close friend of this and this. Why haven't he asked him or her to support him in this and that, and just suffering from day to day? What do you think is a kind of success factor, maybe also from your experience?
Yeah, well, I think when we are defined in this context of success, I would say, well, what makes you taking the chances that maybe are on the horizon?
Yeah.
And I think in this, we are again coming back to the trust aspect. And I would add also self-awareness. So, and I mean really this in the literal sense, you know, to really be aware of you, of your needs, of also your emotional state, and to have the trust into your skills, and also to have a trust into the chances. And I think the most important thing is an open mindset and open-mindedness to be aware, or to tell yourself, okay, when it will be not good, you will nevertheless learn something. So the chance is always for something good, you know? And I think the reason why some people are not reaching out for the chances that are on the horizon is fear, and to not be aware of your own wishes and your own needs and who you really are. And of course, it's always a challenge to go out of your comfort zone, yeah. But the real good chances are always outside the comfort zone. It's always an aspect of growing, and to try out, and to go to take a risk, to reach it, and to see what happened. And I think this makes the difference between the people who are maybe skyrocketing, or make great experiences, which is also a kind of success, right? and the others who just going one path, never changing, never look to the left and to the right, because this maybe also protect you for disappointment.
That's right. And it's great that you mentioned this risk taking. And I would like to ask you, what was the craziest thing you've ever done?
Maybe to start my own business. I don't know. Well, maybe this is one of the craziest things that I've did in the past, because I would never thought that I will start my own business. That was also never a plan from my life or from my career, because I always thought, okay, we will start in an agency. Will climb the steps, and maybe you will change them to a great big corporate, and then we'll make it there. And the reason, so the 3 years ago, I came to a point, okay, no, there's no agency at the moment that is really challenging, triggering you, or that you're curious about, that you would like to go inside. And also no corporate that really, that I was very triggered to go into it and to start my career or continue my career there. And the main reason why I've then said to start my own business was, okay, I have an idea how I would like to work with people, how I would like to support them, how to be a sparring partner for C-levels, for executives, and finding their own way and finding their positioning, their personal narrative, but also the narrative for the company, for the business. And I think to trust into, okay, this could work out, or let's try it, was maybe the craziest thing that I've did.
And was it that a kind of sports experience you definitely have, that this helped you achieving your goals?
Well, I would say that sports can give you a lot of things in your career, but also in your personal development, because there are so many values, that you learn. And for myself, I would say, in this context, was a little bit of discipline,
You were
patience,
volleyball, right?
Yes. I've played volleyball for about 12 years. So this is a team sport. So of course, this part of this is makes you a team player and thinking in a team player context, and also leadership. You also learn a lot about leadership, and in this case, looking back, in natural leadership and a formal leadership, because you always have persons in your team that are, you accept them as the leaders. They have a natural respect, natural authority, without really putting into the front. And then you have the leaders, they always want to be the leaders, just to be the leaders, and I think well, what sports learned you as well is to focus when it matters. And respect, tolerance. So there are a lot of things that are, for me, applying to the way how we should respect each other, how we should live together. Values that should also apply to us as society. So for me, sports is for me one of the best reasons and best things to look at it, because you can adapt so much into the normal life, your personal career. I mean, look at a lot of really good leaders and entrepreneurs. They all are doing some kind of sports. On the one hand, maybe to challenge themselves, to reach something out of the comfort zone, but also all the things that I've already mentioned, endurance or ability to suffer. It's also so, yeah. There's always a lot of aspects in the sports that makes you sometimes also a better person.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. We're coming to an end, unfortunately, and I would like to ask you for your 3 best hacks in marketing or AI or time management or strategic communication. Just 3 hacks to give to the people who are listening, to the audience.
Well, let's turn me a little bit different, because I'm not sure if I have really 3 hacks for marketing. There are a huge one. Yeah. No. Well, I would say there's one very important hack for health, and I would call it the inner beauty. Look at your mental and emotional state, yeah, and care for you. And one hack for artificial intelligence, maybe, just try it. Don't be afraid and just try it. Go into this and see what happened, and trust that will be also for something good.
Yeah.
And in marketing, but that's not just in marketing, never stop learning. Appreciate and enjoy exchange and meeting other people to get different perspectives and to get inspired.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Alicia. It was such a pleasure to have you here. And thank you for the engaging discussion and the insights that define you as an inspiring personality. I look forward to our ongoing exchange and the impact we will continue to make together.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.